A good winter's morning to you. I'm Pastor Sam here at the Effigy Mounds National Monument. This is the Mississippi River. And the fact is, these bluffs are so high, they are dreadful. Some of them are 300 feet high. Caution, the rail is not safety rated. These ice flows are actually moving, and on occasion one will break up and it sounds like thunder. This is America. This is flyover country. This is the part of America that the cool kids hate. It's beautiful, beyond description. And it's a historic place, and it was a sacred place to even pre-Columbian peoples who came here and buried their dead across many generations. There's a history to the Americas, and some of the original pilgrims said that they ran into peoples who had never seen a board, a piece of cloth, a nail, or a grain of sand in their whole life. But then there are other societies that are different, great societies. Some of them disappeared before settlers even got there. Here's a huge ice floe moving. It looks like a star destroyer slowly going past, and it's got a big crack in it. Maybe it'll break for us, and you'll hear that distant thunder. There's power in this place. There's power in this river. Some of the greater faults and the most dangerous faults in the United States geology, tectonics, are here. Little rivers flow into the Mississippi, and long ago, powerful native tribes controlled and traded by canoe up and down these many, many rivers. It's one of the things that's beautiful about Iowa. This is Wisconsin. Across the river, there's rail lines, and the trains go back and forth here and there. This is also very strategic. We've lost sight of the fact that this river is a major natural barrier, and we just go right across it on the interstate. But these bridges are very important infrastructure and need to be defended. Right there, the ice flows breaking up. So why did they do this? Why did they bury their dead here? Because they knew that there were spiritual powers in this place. And I know the Christian just lumps everything in. Oh, there's just all these devils running around. You know, that's a little bit oversimplified. There are powerful spiritual forces here and in nature. And this is when God rises up. Many things come up and fight for him. They await the day when he opens his treasuries of hail, as Job says, and his storehouses of snow that he reserves for the day of war and of battle. Well, the pre-Columbian people, they didn't know God, but they knew a little bit about some of those forces. And they honored them. And they came here. How civilized for them to make a journey in the spring when it was able to be done by canoe and have months-long festivals here year after year. These are shaped like animals, which of course they saw that this or that powerful spiritual force would come in the form of an animal, would come as the bear or different things. But something interesting, there's two mounds together on up the way. I'm not going to go up there today, it's too long of a hike, that are shaped like the feet of a giant bird. Can you hear that ice breaking up? Laura Ingalls Wilder tells about it after they crossed the Mississippi, not far from here, in a Conestoga wagon. They set up in a little cabin, and it sounded like thunder all night long. All the ice on the river broke up that very day, the very night within 24 hours of their crossing. Shaped like a giant bird, the feet of a giant bird. The Indians believed there was a mighty dragon in this river. In fact, this bridge is in the town of Marquette, And Marquette is named for Father Marquette, the Jesuit missionary who was the first white man. You know I'm against the Jesuits, but they have always, like Janus and Jambres, operated in great spiritual power. And he knew that he was in exploring the Mississippi River to subjugate all of the powers and peoples that he found. So this town is named for him. You may be able to see the bridge right here in the distance, because he, near here, came down the Fox River, and that's how he came in from the Great Lakes in 1673. And he wrote about there being a mighty dragon in this river. And he fell ill on this journey, and that illness became the death of him. So maybe the only ones that have not figured out why the Bible talks 28 times in the Hebrew Old Testament about mighty spiritual creatures like a giant bird, perhaps we're the ones slowest on the uptake. We need to take another look what happened in Pharaoh's throne room, where those staves did not become snakes, but rather dragons. Anyhow, it all happened right here. Father Marquette met his Waterloo. Now it's a national park, so see, the truth is here in plain sight. We just decide to miss it and choose rather to believe in oppositions of science, falsely so called. I'm Pastor Sam.